So, hello and welcome people to Let's Play Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This time we're going to be going back to the Forbidden Forest in order to, collect all of the Triwizard Shields that I can collect right now, or that I care to collect right now. And I just remembered how many beans I got the last time. So I'm gonna spend them all in the on Ron. It's a bit of a shame I can't spend cards of the other characters because they would all just go to Ron.
Ron gets every power-up.
Ron gets all of the best things. Like
the other two have
Jinx.
literally nothing.
Transfigure Magicus Extremis, ew. So yeah, Triple Jinx, pretty much the best thing in the game. The only other one that's even remotely as good, although it's kind of debatable, is Ricochet Jinx, which is just fun to use, but I'm not exactly sure if it's better. The Ricochet Jinx, as you would expect, will bounce off of enemies and objects, so it will hurt things on multiple occasions. Which is pretty good, actually. Like, it bounces off many times. Now, Jinx Cascade, on the other hand, is something that you just want to put on your NPCs because they will use it. They will use it pretty efficiently. Whereas you, as a human player, are way too impatient to do that. Because Jinx Cascade is no different from a regular Jinx, unless you press and hold it. Where it will launch a gigantic attack, like, the spell will burst in the air and, like, hit literally everything around you with smaller spells. Which probably gives the best damage in the game, but again, it requires charging a spell, and it's just something that I'm not going to be doing.
So when are we going to actually get combat here for these people?
What do you mean?
I'm just still venting about how impractical these outfits are, don't worry.
Well, Harry's gonna get a proper uniform in the next stage.
Good.
But I'll get used to it.
Look, man, it's gotta be either the school uniforms or the pajamas. Nothing else.
The pajama that was just the wizard robe.
Yes.
This pajama was pretty spiffy though. In any case, we can already see the first Triwizard Shield that can be gotten in this level. And that's what I'm going to be aim at because that one's one of the more annoying to pick up. You basically, as you would imagine, have to find a Wingardium Leviosa block in order to move it closer, so you can climb it later. There is a Wingardium Leviosa block somewhere over there, and there you can, in the distance, you can see that disappearing card.
Disappearing card, this really is magic.
And here I got it. And I got another mini shield. Yeah, that killed everything for me. Just gonna pick up some candy.
You know, I just realized all this candy is falling into the dirt and stuff. You think you wouldn't want to eat that?
Well, it's 3-second rule. They keep jumping around, you know.
I suppose.
That's the kind of preservative they use in the wizard world. They just make your food jump and then doesn't touch the ground for longer than 3 seconds. You know?
3-second rule.
that is not the way to go. Thankfully, your NPC, your characters are smart enough to actually like move back a little bit when you're using the Wingardium Leviosa with the blocks. You do definitely want to get them to move as far away towards where you want to get them, because, you know, the limited range of Wingardium Leviosa. Didn't need to destroy that one, but I did out of spite.
I feel like that was a bit of an overreaction, Hermione.
Because she got stuck or like touched one of those things, like she does all the time. I don't know, they should have programmed some kind of avoid touching the bulbs for the AI, because it gets pretty stupid.
Right.
Thankfully, this gigantic Wingardium Leviosa block does not hurt at all, unlike rocks. And Ron is now riding on the block. It's fantastic. And he was levitating in the air for a little bit, like he does. Now Hermione wants to go on it for a ride. Yeah, we don't need to see that. We don't need that block for anything else in the future. And where I'm going right now is a little bit of a waste of time right now, but I'm gonna show off the way there anyway. In the future, I just cut out all the because I don't have the spell that I need in order to get everything there. I'll show the way anyway, because when I come back there in the future, I'll just cut straight there. Fucking... like... I've played this game more times than any person should reasonably do that. I still don't know how this works.
Yeah.
It's like... it's not that it was designed for like freaking PC keyboard, or that it was specifically made for the PS2 controller, or specifically tailored for the GameCube one. No, this just does not work anywhere.
Ouch.
It's like it's not super terrible, but it's like very random and very trial and error-ish, you know? Just like, I know this is not my error. I know this is just this game being kind of junk. But yeah, now that the dragon isn't flying around, this place is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, that's a good view there.
Mm-hmm.
I missed the dragon already.
We'll get to see him once more, or twice more, because the game's jerk like that.
What about 4 times more?
No, actually, we'll see him like 3 times. So in any case, this is the place I was thinking of. We need a spell that we don't have in order to climb those vines. However, I can still pick something up around here, the dragon statue. But I cut out all the way going back here. This is the start of the level. Good work, Hermione. Good work.
Now we know why she gets all the worst stuff.
Oh, by the way, if you think you're a smart guy and you suspect these wrong, get interested. If you suspect these enemies coming out of the ground at a given moment, you still don't really get any advantage out of it. Because, like, if you just keep walking and smashing the cast spell button and they jump out of the ground, they will just be stuck when you start hitting them, and you will be able to just hit them and hit them and hit them and hit them and hit them forever, because at that point in time they just don't have any HP. Like, they're unkillable when the moment they come out of the ground. And they stay that way if you just keep hitting them.
Just keep swinging.
This is one of the few glitches I have encountered. I do not count physics as a glitch because they're just funny. Oh look, it's that thing, and it was so hard the first time. But this time we will actually get to see him do things. You can kill him with the rocks, but it's more of a hassle, really, because it does not give you quite the same feedback. It's like normally most of the enemies will just die the moment you touch them with a rock. This one does not give you any sort of feedback that, oh, I hit him, or like, he does not get pushed back or anything. You can still kill him with the rocks, it just doesn't seem that way. So long as you probably it's just so long as you attack him from behind. And here is a very mean little thing. They hide the dragon statue right over there, and unless you get really close or get rid of one... No, Hermione, don't push it. It may fall off the edge. Knowing this game.
Everything falls off the edge. Even Grave.
Grave in particular falls off the edge without any problem. Oh, and this is... remember how I mentioned that this... the level design in this game is, like, particularly the camera, is made with one direction in mind? This is where you get to experience that, like, full on. Like, you have to push the camera with your face so hard. Yeah, nothing to do there. It's like you can barely see that there are even, like, you know, mushrooms over there. And Harry just teleported over here. Yeah, like, the camera pushing back is just really bad here, because I literally get stopped by the camera, like, you know, not catching up. I have to wait for the camera to move in order to be able to advance. And for some reason I can't pull it quite so bad, quite so hard as I would want to. We're back at the very beginning of the stage, but there ain't nothing here. Just wanted to make sure they didn't spawn any new collectible, because they have tendency to do that for the replays of each stage. Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, they can play around with him. And see, I think they kind of want you to use this one in order to open the path. But as a matter of fact, it is fucking impossible. So I'm going to use one of the farther ones away. Because like you just can't get the right angle for it. Good enough.
We captured the horntail.
Okay, good, I guess. In any case, this is one of the sections I actually really like. The trees and everything you see around this level is an actual obstacle for Dragon's Fire. And that also includes the Wingardium Leviosa block. So you just need to move around the cover in order to be able to get to the shield.
I missed
You're
the
fine.
window.
And now he can't do anything. Okay, dragon statue get, and I have collected 10 of the shields, and I could actually collect the 10 shields right now, but because if it usually will spawn like right next to where you see it there. It just spawned right here. It wasn't here before, and it's the shield that you get for collecting all the 10 mini shields. But that one is also going to spawn at the start of the level, so no reason to pick that one up here, because that would mean backtracking for the entire level in order to get the shield that is already here, you know? One new cards.
At first I thought that just said one bean, and I was going to be very confused.
One bean. 200% mad.